Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.
Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the broadcast today. March is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. The CEO of Hattie Larlam, Dennis Allen, is here to explain what this means for his organization. Also today, we will hear about the services provided at Hattie Larlam. Then later, we will hear from Norma Ashong. She's Executive Director of Angel Hands of Northeast Ohio. Her organization is hosting a major event for women in early March. And later in the broadcast after that, we will hear from Kristen Warzoka about this year's Harvest for Hunger campaign. Good morning again, everyone. I'm Leon Bibb, and this is Kaleidoscope. And so we begin with Dennis Allen, CEO of Hattie Larlam. Good to have you with us, Dennis Allen.
Thank you.
Yeah. First off, refresh our memory. Tell us, what is Hattie Larlam? What's its mission?
Hattie Larlam is an organization that's been here in the Northeast Ohio community for a little over 50 years. We serve people with profound disabilities and medically complex, medically fragile conditions. We serve over 1,500 people in approximately 20 counties around the state of Ohio. And our mission is to support people with developmental disabilities so that they can experience comfort, joy, and achievement in their lives. And our vision is to provide highest quality services so that people with disabilities and their families can dream and achieve.
And they find that their world opens up a lot wider because of what you do at Hattie Larlam.
Well, I believe so. We provide a variety of services that really build on their abilities. We don't look at this as a person with developmental disabilities. We look at the person with abilities. And we build on those.
You brought with you a book here called Dear Children by Hattie Larlam, and that you were telling me before we started the broadcast today, and we'll get a shot of her. This is Hattie Larlam on this cover of this book. This is what it's all about, isn't it, as she's holding this child right there?
Absolutely. Hattie was a person who felt she had a calling to serve people with profound disabilities. And she worked as a nurse at Robinson Memorial Hospital in what would be an intensive care unit for infants. And most of the children that she cared for would pass away within a week or two of being born. She was so frustrated one night at her dinner table, she said to her family, "Why can't someone do something about this?" Her son Chuck spoke up and said, "Well, aren't we someone?"
Yeah.
And it started there. It
started right there.
The first child, Alice, came in the home, and it grew from there.
Yeah. What age groups does Hattie Larlam serve?
Well, we in recent years have expanded that, and so we serve anywhere from children, very young children, toddlers and beyond, to adults in their 60s and 70s.
You're located, you're headquartered, your corporate offices are in Twinsburg.
Right.
How wide an area do you serve, and what do you do when you serve folks?
Well, we're in approximately 20 counties around the state of Ohio, anywhere from Northeast Ohio to Central Ohio, Southeast and Southwest Ohio. We provide a variety of services, whether they be facility-based, like our Children's Center in Manaway in Portage County, all the way to some of our community-based homes here in Northeast Ohio, foster homes, private duty care. We have a vocational and social enterprise program that has grown leaps and bounds in the last 5 years. So we try to meet as many needs as we can with the people we're serving.
Yeah. I'm holding the back of the book here now. This is a photograph of an aerial view of a facility. Tell me about that facility we're looking at right here.
That's where it all started. That's where Hattie's farmhouse was on the property. That's where Alice first came to live. Many others. As the program grew, the facility was developed, and so that's in Manaway in Shalersville Township. It's a 130-bed facility for children and young adults with profound disabilities and medically fragile conditions.
I'm going to put your phone number on the screen and some other information on the screen about Hattie Larlam. 330-274-2272. As you see, that's the phone number. Or you can go to hattielarlam.org, and Larlam is spelled L-A-R-L-H-A-M, hattielarlam.org. This is National Developmental Disabilities Awareness Month. What's that mean to you? Why is this important for us to set aside a month and think about this?
I think it all centers on the fact that people with developmental disabilities are citizens of our state, citizens of our neighborhood, citizens of the United States in general, and they have rights and responsibilities. They have abilities rather than disabilities, and that's what we adhere to as well at Hattie Larlam.
You put the emphasis on abilities as opposed to the disabilities.
Right.
What's your vision for Hattie Larlam as you go into the future?
Well, we have expanded significantly in the last 10 to 15 years. We serve over 1,500 people with just the different categories of disabilities, but we've particularly gone into vocational training and enterprise business development. And so that's our newest new program, developed about 5 to 6 years ago. You'll see Hattie's Cafes around Northeast Ohio. You'll see our vending program, our catering program, our bakery, our doggy daycare. We have a variety of enterprise businesses that we use as training sites for people with developmental disabilities.
If someone has a family member that they want to get involved in your program, what's the process?
They would contact us at 274-2272. They would ask for our social work department for intake, and then from there our social work staff would carry them through the process for application, for assessments, and for training.
And there is help out there.
Oh, yes.
A lot
Absolutely.
of help.
We try our best.
How long, and we're going to wrap up here in the next couple of seconds, but how long has the Hattie Larlam organization been around?
For 51 years. Based in Manaway, started in the farmhouse 51 years ago.
And this picture that we have on the cover of the book by Hattie Larlam, Dear Children, that says it all as to what it's all about, as she comforts this child in her arms.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Comfort, joy, and achievement.
Yeah, and you've kept that going all along.
Every day.
The phone number, once again, for Dennis Allen and the others at the Hattie Larlam organization is 330-274-2272. They're located in Twinsburg, and you can go, their corporate headquarters is in Twinsburg, and you can go to hattielarlam.org for more information on everything we've been talking about. And all people need to do is make a phone call. It starts right there.
That's where it begins.
Okay. Many thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Good to have you on the broadcast. Dennis Allen, CEO of Hattie Larlam. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a break right now. This is Kaleidoscope. Upcoming next, we will talk about a major event to honor women. It is something special coming up in a moment. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope, and glad to have you in touch with Kaleidoscope. I'm Leon Bibb, talking about Angel Hands of Northeast Ohio. It hosts its International Women's Day on March the 9th. Executive Director Norma Ashong is here to share information about this event. Good to see you, as always, Norma.
Thank you.
Good to see you. Things are going well for you?
Just fine. Thank you so much.
Good to see you. We ran into each other just the other day at a speech I was giving, and we talked about your appearance on the broadcast today.
That's right.
Yeah. Tell us about Angel Hands of Northeast Ohio. Refresh our memory. What is Angel Hands?
Well, Angel Hands is a nonprofit 501c3 organization, and our motto is lending a hand up, not a handout. And so we provide more or less a Band-Aid to people in need. We might provide services such as coats and clothing and accessories. In the summer, we do the free vegetable marketplace with partnering with the Cleveland Food Bank. We do Christmas for needy families. We send eyeglasses to Africa. You might remember that project.
Yeah, people's used eyeglasses that you don't need anymore. Somebody else can use that prescription.
And we ship them off to Africa. And I think you even donated your old eyeglasses.
Certainly did. I've got a lot of old eyeglasses. I've been in eyeglasses or contact lenses since I was in the 7th grade. Okay. But you and I will tell you, the audience here, that this woman has been on the program with Oprah Winfrey, talking about Angel Hands, one of Oprah's angels.
Yes, so and what I'll say is that was back in 1998, and so since that time we have a lot of Clevelanders who are Angel Hands of Northeast Ohio angels, and they're the people that propel Angel Hands forward.
Well, it's good to have you on the broadcast. Anybody who has sat with Oprah on the Oprah Winfrey Show talking about what she does certainly can be on Kaleidoscope. I'm holding up a little placard that you brought with you here. Tell me about International Women's Day 2013.
Well, International Women's Day is going to be our annual event, and it's March 9th, 2013. It'll be at the Cleveland Clinic Lyndhurst campus, which is on Richmond Road, 1950 Richmond Road, and it's a cultural conference for women, and we'll be doing a lot of fun things. Like the fun things we'll do will be like belly dancing and learning you know, nuances about each other, like how we wrap our heads differently, and you know, just learning about one another, getting to know one another, so that we feel more comfortable and we can work together, we can do business together, and you know, we can learn from each other.
Talking about a lot of issues and having some fun along the way.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a bunch of keynote speakers who are coming in.
Yes,
so
we have Margaret Wong, who is an immigration attorney here in the city of Cleveland. Right. Everyone knows her.
I know Margaret Wong.
We have Dr. Pettigrew from University Hospital. And we also have PNC's woman advocate, Kayla, R.B. Kayla. And these women will discuss issues key to women, like empowering women, women and financial security, and our total theme, you know, we'll talk about women's health issues, but our total theme is investing in women and girls.
As we should invest in women and
Investing
girls.
in women and girls.
After all, they are
so, yeah, it's a day of fun.
They're 51% of the population.
Exactly.
51%, I might add.
So it's a day of cultural fun, and it's a day of learning.
What can people do to get involved in this now? This is open to anybody who wants to come.
It's open to anyone who wants to come.
Which is on March the 9th. And
March
tell me
the
9th.
That's a Saturday from like 10 to 4. We'll have a taste of foods from around the world. We have vendors. If people want to be a vendor or get a booth, they can do that. They can go to our website, which is www.neoiwd.com.
I've got your notes right here.
And all the information.
neoiwd.com. We're putting that on the screen. See, that's
and
what I
all
love.
The information will be there on the website.
Don't I have a wonderful control room and producer Maureen Bailey Frater, who helps us get all this together? There's a phone number I'm going to give you as well, 330-641-1126. More information on everything we're talking about. What's it cost to go to this event, which is on Saturday, March the 9th at the Richmond Road campus of Cleveland Clinic?
It's a mere $10, and that's just basically to cover the lunch. So it's $10.
Starts at 10 o'clock in the morning?
And it starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
What do you want people to walk away with in our final 30 seconds from this International Women's Day, investing in women and girls? What do you want them to walk away with? Well,
we're encouraging women of different ethnic backgrounds and different cultures to come in their ethnic garb. So we want to get to know one another better, understand one another, and walk away with a new friend of a different ethnic group and ethnic background.
Because we're really all in it together.
We're all in it
together. Whether we realize it or not.
Like one big salad bowl.
That's what it's like. That's what it's all about. We've heard it equated to that, and I think that's exactly what we are. Once again, it's the Northeast Ohio International Women's Day, March the 9th, which is a Saturday. It starts at 10 o'clock in the morning.
Right. 9 o'clock is registration.
9 o'clock in the morning, goes until 4 in the afternoon at the Richmond Road campus of Cleveland Clinic. This is the Richmond Road campus of Cleveland Clinic, right not too far from Legacy Village.
Legacy and Beechwood.
Right over in that part of southeastern part of Cuyahoga County. And it's a $10 registration, 330-641-1126, as you see at the bottom of the screen, or go to NEOIWD. You see that down at the bottom of the screen, too, .com. More information from Norma Ashong, Executive Director of Angel Hands of Northeast Ohio.
Thank you so much. And ladies, be prepared to African dance, salsa, belly dance.
We got them
all. It's going to all be there. We're going to have so much fun.
It's going to be a lot of fun, I can tell that. They'll be dancing in the streets. Okay. Thank you, Norma. Good to have you on the broadcast. I'm going to take a break right now, but when we come back, we're going to talk about the annual Harvest for Hunger campaign. But first, these words, especially for you. Annual Harvest for Hunger campaign is underway, and the Vice President for External Affairs at the Food Bank, Kristen Warzoka, is here to tell us all about this year's campaign and how you can help out. Cleveland Food Bank is still on the job, right?
Oh, it sure is. We are busier than ever, Leon.
Tell me about the Harvest for Hunger campaign.
Well, the Harvest for Hunger campaign is an annual food and funds drive that happens every springtime. It's been around for more than 20 years, and it's a cooperative effort of 4 food banks in Northeast Ohio. It serves 21 counties, and there are many ways people can participate.
How can we all participate in this Harvest for Hunger?
Well, I'll tell you, the easiest way to make a contribution is to go to your local supermarket. We have many of them participating this month in March. You can go to Giant Eagle, Dave's, Heinen's, Bueller's, or Fisher's, and at all of those chains you're going to see a little placard hanging in the checkout line. You can tear off a $1, a $5, or a $10 coupon. It'll be added right to your bill, and those dollars will be used to provide nutritious food for people in need in our community.
And there's a lot of need in the community, right, Kristen?
Unfortunately, the need is extraordinary. 1 in 6 people in our area, right here in Northeast Ohio, don't know where their next meal is coming from.
Now, when we tear off those coupons and we add that to our bills at these supermarkets you mentioned, you can take that money and stretch that dollar a lot farther than I could stretch that dollar.
Can we ever? Every dollar donated to the Harvest for Hunger campaign is going to let a Northeast Ohio food bank provide enough food for 4 meals. And the reason we can do that is because we've got collectively tens of thousands of volunteers and tens of millions of pounds of donated food each year. And when that all comes together, it makes for a very efficient operation in an amazing way that we can make sure that people in our community have the food that they need.
How can people volunteer in this process if they want to help you at the food bank headquarters?
If you'd like to come down to the Cleveland Food Bank to volunteer, or frankly volunteer at any food bank in Northeast Ohio, go to the Harvest for Hunger website for more information. www.harvestforhunger.org to link to your local website. We all need volunteers.
And we can also go to the telephones and make a phone call and get information on what we're talking about?
Sure. If you'd like more information about the Harvest for Hunger campaign, call 216-738-2265. And I'll tell you, if you're out there watching and you're in need of food, if you're one of those folks who is struggling to put nutritious food on the table for your family, you can call the Cleveland Food Bank too.
And you can
and
you'll make a contact. You'll make a contact with that person.
We will either refer you to an agency or help you get signed up for benefits.
Let me emphasize that phone number once again. It is 216-738-2265. That's 738-2265, or you can call information and they'll put you right in touch with the Cleveland Food Bank or Harvest for Hunger.
Absolutely.
This is vital. This is vital for you.
It is. You know, the Harvest for Hunger campaign is one of our largest fundraising initiatives of the year. It's really an opportunity for the whole community to come together and show that this is a community that cares about hunger, and we want to make sure that nobody in our community is suffering from it. And every year we're amazed by the generosity and the overwhelming support.
When it started already? The Harvest for Hunger campaign has already begun?
It kicked off in February. It goes all the way through the end of March. But the fact is, there are hundreds of companies out there who are hosting food and funds drives on behalf of the campaign. And so some of those go into April and May, and that's okay too. It's not too late to get involved.
What happens in that big facility you have on the East Shore Way around East 185th Street? Am I right?
Very close, East 152nd, in the old Collinwood Yards area. We have about 100,000 square foot food distribution facility where food from the community comes in, food from the government comes in, and food from hundreds of members of the food industry, which is donated, comes in every day. Our volunteers help us sort it and repackage it. We also have volunteers who make it into prepared meals, and then it gets distributed. In our case, the Cleveland Food Bank, out to 600 agencies in a 6-county area. Last year, the Cleveland Food Bank provided enough food for 35 million meals, but unfortunately, even more is needed. In
our final 45 seconds, we've got that phone number on the screen, and the control room will keep that number up for us, won't they? At 738-2265 or harvestforhunger.org. The need is so great, and yet there is an abundance of food in this country, and we need to get the food to where it's needed the most. You would agree with that, wouldn't you, Kristen?
Absolutely. We simply need to make sure that we get all of that highly nutritious food out into the community and make sure that the people who need it, seniors, children, families struggling to get by, can have a nutritious meal on their table.
Tear off the coupon at the supermarket and donate a few bucks.
Please
right
do.
There.
Your dollars go a long way.
You know I will do it, Kristen. You know I will do it
Thank
often.
you, Leon.
It is my pleasure. Kristen Warzoka of the Cleveland Food Bank, so many thanks for being on the broadcast.
Thanks for having me.
Taking a break. Be back in just a moment. Marsha Maccabee, the Urban League, after this. You're in touch with Kaleidoscope. That means you're in touch with Marcia Maccabee, Urban League Director here in Cleveland, President and CEO of the Urban League, I should say. She's one of our partners on the broadcast. How are things going with the Urban League?
Things are going very well, Leon. As we're kicking off 2013, we have a very exciting new program we're going to be bringing to the community. It's called the Urban Youth Empowerment Program Now. It is funded by the U.S. Department of Labor through the National Urban League. They're partners on this, and then they have funded several communities across the country to do this work. Now, the reason we're so excited about it is because it gives us a chance to work with youthful offenders aged 14 to 18 who have made a first-time mistake. They're involved with the juvenile justice system. We're able to work with them while they're in that system, get them back on the right track, and get them moving into a positive direction.
What's the age group and that's you're working with?
14 to 18. Yeah.
Because sometimes they've just stepped off the sidewalk for a second, got in trouble, and you can get them back on the sidewalk.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we put a myriad of wraparound services around them with a mentor, with career development. We help them to get back in school and stay on track and do well academically so that they can be ready to go on to higher education or get a certification, skill training, and get a job.
Probably a lot of families are out there saying, I need to call the Urban League.
Absolutely.
And what number should they call to the Urban League?
They should call 622-0999.
And if they make that phone call, the number on the screen right there,
yes.
If they make that phone call, they can get more information on what you're calling the Urban Youth Empowerment Program.
Right, and we call it UYEP Now. That's the acronym, UYEP Now.
The kids will go for that.
They will. They'll like the acronym.
Say, hey, UYEP Now.
All right.
I'm UYEP Now.
All right. That's good, Leon. I like that.
That's how you say it. They'll remember it that way.
They will.
Well, thank you so much for being on the broadcast.
Thank you.
Talking about the UYEP program, the Urban Youth Empowerment Program for 14 to 18 years of age.
14 to 18-year-olds.
Got in trouble, but we can get you back on the right track.
And they have to do their part, but absolutely, yes.
That's how life is. You got to do your part.
Yes.
Many thanks for being on the broadcast.
Thank you, Leon.
My good friend, Marcia Maccabee of the Urban League. We appreciate you being with us. I'm Leon Bibb. Good luck, be well. We'll talk again.
Kaleidoscope, a weekly public affairs program brought to you in partnership with the Urban League of Greater Cleveland, Kaleidoscope Magazine, and News Channel 5.